Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lawyers and Dragons. Thank you so much for waiting with us just a little bit there. Technical difficulties always pop up when you least expect them live, but we are so thankful to have you here on an episode of Lawyers and Dragons that I know we are all really, really excited about. So we're going to get to it. I also saw people putting forth memberships and super chats and things before then. I will display those as we kind of go through the intro stuff. I'm so thankful for all that and the support that you continue to show for Lawyers and Dragons. But let's not delay anymore. David, take us away.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Lawyers and Dragons. This is a really big episode, and just let's recap what happened last week. Last week, Blackleaf was here. We met Blackleaf. A lot of things happened, and it all ended with the group getting arrested. Blackleaf may have spat poison at an angry mob. Some of them may or may not be deceased. We don't know about that yet, but you guys...
Yeah, that was really helpful.
Good for our case. It's good for our case.
Fair, there's a lot of things going on, and you guys are currently being accused to have been working with the Black Knight, stealing during the attack, and you're responsible for burning down the tree, or at least that is what the angry mob and the city believe, as you guys were seen up in the front with the Black Knight as the tree was coming down. But we are going to just jump right into it. You guys are all in prison. You guys are in a jail cell. You were arrested. You were taken there magically, and you weren't able to communicate with each other for a long time. But now you're all in a holding cell. In your each of you has your own holding cell, and you know that it's been a couple of days. And what I'd like to ask here is there anything that you guys would have done individually, really, really quickly? Is there anything you guys would have done individually while you're sitting in these holding cells?
Meditating.
They gave me a coloring book in my holding cell.
Oh,
What do we have in our holding cells?
A rogue who likes unicorns.
book.
Okay.
Well, as you look over across the way, you see that Lumberloss is sitting there. He has a coloring book and crayons, but you do not have that. You don't know where he got that from. But as you look around in yours, there's just like kind of, rats scurrying around. It's really dark. There's like bars where a window would be with light just coming in. It's very humid in here. It's not nice.
Well, at least we've got rats to work with. That's
now, you guys know that this is going to be your hearing day, and you also know that your defense attorney is going to be stopping by before you all travel together to the courthouse. And we'd like to bring on our guest for today's game, the magnificent Emily T. Baker joins us as Trinity.
Yay!
Good morning.
So,
Morning.
Trinity, as you enter into this really rundown holding cell, you see all of these people in their individual cells. One of them is using a coloring book, but one of them is meditating, and the rest are just kind of sitting there patiently waiting. Probably don't look too excited. I'd like to know, what do you do?
Good morning.
good morning.
We have a conversation about what has happened.
Are these individual conversations?
And I look to see if anybody has burn marks.
There's a lack of trust here. There's a lack of trust here, and we don't like it. I know I don't like it. I stood in front of that burning tree and broke my flail and got knocked to the ground and might have killed two of the party members accidentally. And I just need some trust here from our defense counsel.
Well, there we go.
Would each of you like to
Anyone
relay
else?
your story?
Are we doing this
No.
individually or as a group?
I don't relay. I don't know this person. I don't tell them anything. They're not. I don't trust people.
Freaking Ghostblade.
Yeah. Hi. That's the name. The name is Ghostblade.
All
I
right.
can't trust
The
anybody.
coloring book, though, is clutch. Where do you think it came from?
I don't. Did you bring me that coloring book?
Brought you the coloring book. Nobody else asked for a coloring book.
You're building my trust.
Give me a little say. you have a spare crayon?
Of course we have a spare crayon. But only purple.
Color doesn't matter. I'll need the crayon.
Good, you can write me a letter.
From the furthest part of this little prison here, you hear a voice cry out and says, "Hey, I don't want to be represented with them." And it is a gnomish voice from Valis, who's in the back.
Oh, that little freaking rat.
We don't want him anyway.
Valis.
Is there something that I can throw at him? Like, is there? I have
A
crayons.
crayon?
I'm gonna throw the white crayon at Valen because no one uses the white crayon like ever.
roll a dexterity check.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
love
Have him
that I'm
roll a
getting a
check on
dexterity
throwing a
check
crayon at a
For
gnome.
throwing a crayon. Oh, my crayon, 12. Like hit her bar.
Look, he's trying to hurt me. I don't want to be represented with him. He's throwing things at me.
Valis, enough.
That's total balance.
No, I was minding my own business, and you guys came in and caused a ruckus, and now I've been arrested. I'm very nervous.
Is Valis within reach?
No, Valis is in his own cell, like kind of towards the end.
Valis is within reach to me, it sounds like.
Yes.
Oh. Snitches get stitches.
Is there anything you guys would like to do before, because it is going to be time for you guys to go to the courthouse very soon. So is there anything else you guys would like to do here before moving over?
Well, I do think that one, at least, of us should explain to our new attorney here that we didn't do it. I mean, I know defense attorneys probably hear that from time to time, but that we didn't, in fact, burn a tree, and that we are not, in fact, a dark knight of some kind, and we're trying to stop him. And maybe, Limac could talk about a giant bug of some kind that they got. These kinds of things we could mention to our attorney who's going to have to defend us.
It's most convincing if you just say it wasn't me.
Or if you just don't say anything. I'm going to go with the not saying anything part. But I think
that's fine, Ghostblade. We expect nothing less. Keep throwing your crayon.
The coloring
there's a member of our group who's always looking for friends, like always, and oversharing and hugging and loving and in just putting themselves in awkward situations. I don't remember which one of us is that.
Really, is that right? Well, I would definitely say, after being a little bit offended by the disbelief in the attorney that has apparently been appointed before us, I would say you will be our friend, right? And
obviously,
yes, we need a friend because they don't understand. They don't understand what we've done. We need that friend. You'll be our friend.
it sounds like you've done nothing.
We haven't done anything. Friend.
I hear you.
I'm thinking the plan is just to. This doesn't seem like the sort of trial that ends in anything other than a conviction. So,
Well, I can't help you if you don't tell me.
Definitely
I
don't
wasn't
tell
there.
her about the gold that's under the floorboard.
oh no,
Did you
Under
just
what
say that?
Nope. Gimlet probably spoke to me in my brain, and I probably relayed that back to him.
no, Gimlet hasn't told anybody where that gold
that's
is.
a- that's
He
a
was the only
deception
person
check.
in the room.
I think Rob was in the room when you did it.
No, you weren't.
Rob
You
does
left.
this.
I did that
Rob-
after you left. I did that
Rob
after you
tried
went
to
downstairs.
tell the rest of us what we're doing.
Rob's coloring. I got my
did that after-
crayons in my prison cell.
Gimlet waited until he was alone to do that.
Ghostblade.
Gimlet's smarter than I gave him credit for.
Hey, Gimlet, give me a perception check.
Oh, that's not going to go well. 10.
Okay, yeah, even on a 10, as you're explaining that, these things that just kind of end in convictions, you look up at the wall and you see that there is a parchment posted and nailed to the wall, and it says your charges on them, and you see that you're being charged with murder, arson, disturbing the peace, treason, and robbery.
Treason? That's too far.
That's the one that's too
But
far
murder
for you.
isn't.
No, I'm not. I can't be charged. I will say, I will profess my innocence on the murder charge. I tried to kill a lot of things, but I did not effectively kill a single thing.
Which is not murder.
Exactly.
work with
Thank
that.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Trinity. Earning
Do we have a
trust.
problem with I tried to kill a lot of things?
But if you
He's
don't
being
kill a
charged
thing,
with murder, not attempted murder.
All
It's
right,
not my fault
yes.
if they did it wrong.
This is the lawyering we need.
It's to your benefit.
I will say everything that I did was acting in self-defense. At the beginning of the ceremony, I was standing in the middle of the crowd. I was ready to make my wish just like anybody else in that crowd. I was very excited to make my wish. And then all of a sudden, some ball of flame comes in and crushes my dreams entirely. And then next thing I know, there are these shadowy characters that are just showing up in between people. I realize this is some kind of magic. They're causing fear among people, and then it turns out that it's coming from some crazy bug that's crawling around and just wreaking havoc on everyone, on me and everyone else around me. So I take action against this bug. I throw a few spells. Eventually, finally, was successful in killing that bug, and then tried to stop the Dark Knight. I was unsuccessful. I don't know about anyone else here, but that's my story.
Statement of the day. We were unsuccessful.
Did you see where the fire came from?
The
I
sky.
was hit by like a meteor.
It was like a ball of flame coming from the sky. I have no idea.
well, if the
I was
fire came
completely
from the
caught off
sky, if the fire came from the sky, how did we create it? I mean, it's a fair
You
question.
didn't create it.
We didn't. Exactly.
There we go.
We do have the issue of magic wielders running around hurling magic at people.
Well, I'm not one of them.
In terms
Apparently,
of
I
the
was only
fireball.
hurled to the bug, so we're good. I like that.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
they've got my spell book. They can see there's not a single fire spell in there.
My magic comes from the gods. The gods would not have wanted me to cause this kind of destruction. I am a faithful cleric and a faithful servant of the gods. My practice is not to harm people unless it is deserved. This is not a deserved situation.
The last thing I will say, Trinity, is just you cannot believe anything Valis tells you about what happened, particularly right up until our arrest.
I would love to hear what Valis has to say.
They came into my establishment. I run the local NC, and they came into my establishment in the midst of chaos in the streets and held me hostage and made me get them sandwiches and then forced me to nail the door shut so that I couldn't escape. And so then I'm here.
So they sought refuge with you amidst the fire and the murder,
That's right.
and you provided it?
I did.
Okay.
But then he held me hostage against my will and
Hostage,
he pointed
friend.
nobody.
Friend.
It sounds like we were having
keeping you
sandwiches
safe.
together.
There was a mob out there. There was a crazed green dragon in the upstairs you didn't want to meet. Believe me, we were trying to keep you safe with us. We did our best. Unfortunately, you just got out of hand. Friends forever, remember, Valis?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, happily. How about a 21?
A 21. Valis is going to look down for a second. Is it like contemplating the situation he's in? And then he's going to look back up at Trinity. And he's going to look at nobody. And he's going to realize the levity of the situation. Just say, okay, friends forever.
Forever. Thanks, buddy.
That forever just sounds so nefarious.
It really does. And that nobody wants to be your friend forever.
T-shirt, man.
Forever might be about 2 days at this rate, folks.
We got to get our ducks in a row before we go into court.
Hopefully the sandwiches were good.
Well,
they
the
were
cat
not
did say
poisoned.
that they weren't poisoned.
Sounds like friends to me.
And with that, we are going to transition. You guys will be taken out by guards and be escorted to the courthouse. And as you're entering into the courthouse, you're going to see that there are a ton of people here, a ton of townsfolk. Some of them you recognize from being in that crowd, in that mob. Many of them are wearing bandages on their faces, on their arms. You can see that they've sought medical attention after being possibly from the poison spray that they were hit with from Blackleaf. But they're all sitting in the crowd, and everybody watches you as you all kind of come in and sit down.
Do they have anything sharp and pointy?
Give me a perception check. So go ahead and roll it. Roll that D20.
And then announce your number.
Okay. 2.
You have the ability of insightful. You have advantage on your perception checks. You get to roll again.
Yay.
Yay. 10.
+1. So that's an 11. As you're walking through, you notice that only the guards have pointy objects. The townsfolk are disarmed. And you guys are going to come in, and you're going to...
Are we shackled, or how are we arranged?
Yeah, you guys are manacled. You're bound.
Are any of our things on like a table in front of us, like perhaps as exhibits?
Yes. So there is a table in the front that has all of your items and goods on it.
Including the Book of Spells.
Including the Book of Spells.
That contains no fire spells.
And as you
got a weapon.
You guys come in and you go to your table, and from across the way, the prosecution stands up and looks over, and you're all going to see the same man who was in the crowd that talked like Foghorn Leghorn the last game.
Of course.
And he's going to approach Trinity and say, "Well, Trinity, it's good to see you today.
Good morning.
I see you've picked the side of these terrorizers.
I think that's a strong characterization.
We shall see.
Yes, we shall.
I hope you brought a very good argument.
I hope you brought evidence.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Are you trying to be intimidating right now? And I don't ask that
I
to
am
break the
intimidating.
team.
There is no trying.
Give me an intimidation check.
The D20 only has 20s.
Emily's rolling intimidation checks her whole life.
I wish I knew I could do that. All right, we're rolling. 10.
+3, that's 13. You're going to see like his counsel just kind of shudders a little bit as you all go and take your seats.
Is it possible to like sort of like, I'm not sure, sort of clothing wise, is it possible to, I'm trying to use minor conjuration. I just don't want the glow to be seen by the public. So is it possible to do that?
Are we sitting at the table yet?
Yes, you are sitting at the table.
Are your hands under the table?
I'm sure, I just don't know how these tables are designed.
Regular generic tables, courtroom tables.
I don't know what kind of glow it takes, Gimlet.
It makes a 5 foot, the objects made make a 5 foot glow. Because if I can get away with it, I will totally try to create a lockpick and sit there working on my manacles.
Thanks for making my job easy, friend.
Gimlet doesn't make anybody's job easy.
Give me a stealth check, Gimlet.
Oh God, help us.
Oh no. Gosh, this is a conspiracy charge. Oh,
18.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank God.
Trinity, as you look over, you're going to notice a little bit of light leaking out from under the table where Gimlet is sitting, but the rest of the group does not see what Gimlet is doing. And Trinity, that doesn't mean you know exactly what he's doing, just that you see there's something there.
Was I able to make sure I'm sitting next to Gimlet? You know I love that little guy.
Oh God.
I would assume you have Gimlet on one side and Valis on the other.
Perfect. Gnome sandwich. Love it.
Never use that phrase again.
Somebody's drawn up some art for it right now, Gimlet.
No.
No. No. You do not want that.
Ruh-roh. Is there anything that the defense would like to do before the judge comes in?
Well, if I've got that lock picked, I'm just going to hold the manacle shut, but not locked.
I think you listened to your
You should
attorney
stealth
for a
check.
second.
Did we get a success check? I know we did stealth. Is he out?
I don't know.
It's up to Dave.
He's just stealth. So if he does the minor conjuration and has the lockpick, he hasn't picked the lock, but he's holding a lockpick.
I would like to pick the lock.
This is why we clarify. Yeah.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
So many checks.
It's a heavy RP.
15.
15. Yeah, Gimlet, you picked the lock.
Yes.
Oh,
All
my
right.
God.
Now we
We're
raise
in
the stakes to
so
go
much trouble.
horribly wrong if it has to. Wonderful.
And then I will let the lockpick vanish with minor conjuration. That can just go away. But I'll just kind of
can't.
hold my manacle shut like it's still locked on.
Couldn't be hard just to slide that thing one person over.
Is there
But it glows. It glows. Yeah.
That's
is
true.
there anything that Trinity would like to do before the judge comes out?
Yes, I need to ask the prosecution if they have anything to turn over to me.
Discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, we have all of their goods that they were carrying up here, and he gestures to all of they're just basically generalized weapons that they have. They don't really have anything super exciting. You are going to just immediately clock. You see his spell book is sitting there.
Okay.
It looks like it has been mangled through. There are pages that are folded. So whoever was going through this was not kind to it. There's whatever valuables they may have had. But you also see that there is what looks like spell reagents, like kind of alchemy goods that are sitting there as well.
Okay.
And Gimlet will lean over and say, "No, I'm not a lawyer, but can he be a lawyer when he's also a witness?"
Oh,
Conflict of interest.
that's a very interesting question.
Good job,
Is this,
Gimlet.
is this the same guy that froze us too?
No,
those are
those were
mages.
just mages. Those were like prison
Dang.
guards.
Counsel, do you intend to be testifying today?
I have every intention of testifying today.
Well, then we're going to need to ask the judge if you can still be counsel.
I suppose we can do that.
Okay.
And with
Question.
that, yes.
Do I still have my amulet on me? My pendant? Or
Uh,
is that out on the table too?
you definitely still have the amulet on you.
Got it. Cool.
They didn't
That was
strip
not-
over the amulet.
That was
Nice.
not taken from you.
Good.
Yeah, you still have that, and with that, prosecution's going to walk away, and he's going to go sit at his table.
Oh. He's not going to talk to the judge.
Well, the judge is going to have to decide. All right, then I would like to look at all of my clients and ask, is there anything else you would like me to know before the judge comes out so that I can best prove that you did not do this?
Perhaps one last point that I forgot to mention is that I almost died because of this dark night. How could it possibly be that I'm working in concert with him if he almost killed me?
Very fair. Almost died. Anyone else?
Almost died.
Pretty sure I put an arrow that kind of hit him but didn't do anything. So I also was attacking him.
Was this
And-
after the fireball?
This is out. Yeah, we saw the fireball. We were all running up. There was a red dragon thingy that tried to attack it, or a red devil looking thing that tried to attack it and failed. That would be our friend. Nobody. Well, friend is loose term. And then we all kind of just shot things at it.
Were you trying to protect your friends or yourself?
I certainly was.
Anyone else?
Ghost
I also almost died.
I'm a large red. I would object to devil thing, but this
a
friend
large
that
red
we just
thing.
recently made, he doesn't know me so well yet, and I definitely tried to stop even the tree from burning. You can see me standing there. I broke my flail. We came down so hard on it, and yet here we sit. But we're glad to have a friend like you.
I'm glad to be a friend. Does anyone have injuries that I can see, David?
Well, I will leave that to the crew. If you guys were injured, would you like to reveal your injuries? Because you definitely would have, if you took damage, you would definitely have some marks.
Can she see my ego injured?
Yes.
'Cause that took some serious injury.
So yeah,
I can hear it in your voice.
It would show off whatever
sadness.
damage that necrotic whatever did.
What kind of injuries are typical with that kind of an attack, David?
Well, there would definitely be some like a little discoloring wherever you got hit with that magic. So it would be like bruising. It would be like bruising.
Okay.
But not like bruising the makeup kit, like real bruising.
Yeah.
Not like Amica cream kind of thing that can make it go away.
No,
was
ice.
was my
Guys,
broken
ice.
flail collected? Is it on the table?
Yeah. Your broken flail is up there.
That flail, Trinity, was broken while he tried to attack me so hard that my flail was destroyed.
Is your flail precious to you?
My flail was one of the last gifts from one of the only sisters that ever bothered to talk to me at the orphanage.
Oh, that was deep.
It's a very precious item.
Suddenly
I'm
sad
just a
for
nobody.
Not to me, you're not.
Friend.
Sadly, I don't
Friend.
know mending, so you're SOL on that.
I will say, so I guess I now that I'm thinking about these injuries, I have a large bruise on my left shoulder from the attack.
Anyone else?
I'm pretty sure that opposing counsel is involved in the attack.
That's information that's very helpful.
Let's just over it.
What did you
guy-
see opposing counsel do?
Well, didn't he? This is for the DM. Wasn't he sort of showing off the eyes that of the sort of sneaky thing that Lumberlass fought?
Yes, but you didn't see that. So only Blackleaf was the one who saw that. The rest of the
Helpful
party.
to us.
Our main eyewitness was warped out to points unknown.
How convenient is that?
It's pretty
Yes.
good for the DM.
Only
Who
Kurt
has enough
knows.
power to do that?
We don't know what happened with that guy. He showed up. He was very happy. We don't know if he was on something or whatnot, but then he was out. He showed up in different places.
Kept on saying something about are they within 15 feet?
He did keep asking that. And about cones? He was obsessed with cones. Anyway.
And with that, they are going to stand and say, all rise, the Honorable Kirath Vel of Va Alenor is presiding. And an old elven man is going to come out, cane and all, very slowly. Everyone be seated. And then take a seat. All right, we're going to bring the jury out, right? All right, bring them out. And the jury is going to begin to come out. Does Trinity want to interrupt here?
Your Honor, before we bring the jury out into the courtroom, I have a quick matter for the court, if I may.
What's that?
It has come to my attention that the prosecutor is also a witness in this case. It
What?
seems that would go against Your Honor's rules in this courtroom.
To you, up here now, please. And he's the prosecution is just going to stand and like puff out his shirt and then step forward.
Do they turn on the white noise for this?
They are going to turn on the
Yes.
white noise for this. Yeah.
Magical weapon.
Oh,
The soundboard effect of Ian Runkle and Gimlet Otter Fiegel do not reflect the soundboard effects of the rest of the panel. Thank you. Wow.
My hands are up here. That was not me.
Your hands are shackled.
That's true.
Much better.
Okay.
Trinity, you guys approach and you see this very old, very drawn out elf is sitting there. All right, tell me what's the problem.
Your Honor, it's come to my attention that the prosecutor was in fact there and may have been more involved than we know. I would have to question him to adequately defend my clients. And we can't do that if he's also the prosecutor.
That is That is quite unfortunate that you would bring this. Why didn't you bring this to our attention ahead of time?
This is ahead of time.
Oh no, I'm sorry. He's looking at the
prosecutor.
Saying, why didn't you bring this?
No, I'm gonna do the lawyerly thing and just stop talking while you're yelling at co-counsel.
I talk to myself when we do these games, so sometimes I'll look back and forth, but it's just so he's gonna yell, "Why didn't you bring this to my attention?" Well, sir, it wasn't deemed to be too important.
Not too important. What could be more important?
I think the evidence we have here is incredibly important and more important than me coming forward and saying that I was there.
Then, Your Honor, I think the prosecution should be blocked from testifying.
Give me a persuasion check.
Roll true. 4.
And you have a
no!
You have a +3. That is a 7. The judge is going to look back and forth. He's going to lean down. And he's going to say, Trinity, this is the 5th case I've had to see today. Okay, I'm a little stressed out. I need a break. Okay, let's just get this over with. Okay, it's going to be a conviction. It's fine.
No, Your Honor, it's not fine.
The prosecution is going to lean over and be like, look, Your Honor, I think I can testify with no problem. It shouldn't be a big deal. Just because I saw what was happening, that's very important, but I can't testify. I can't bring my stories forward. That would be terrible.
Your Honor, I would ask you to consider one more time that the prosecution either can be a witness or be counsel, but cannot be both.
And with that, give me a persuasion check.
We're going to try one more time.
One more. Let's do it.
Big numbers,
18.
big numbers. Yes.
18. The judge is just gonna like face palm and be like, okay, fine. Does that make you happy if he doesn't testify?
One or the other.
Let me just as an out of game thing. This is the most unprofessional judge you've ever worked with in your entire life.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Okay,
lovely.
super unprofessional.
Oh crap! Alyte became a judge.
Yeah. Oh no. So we've got he's in Vegas. We've got unprofessional judge, and we're shouting for high numbers. Roll high, roll high, roll high.
I know I'm going to take it down to the tables later. I can't wait.
Take your persuasion checks to the tables. Absolutely.
Well, I think defense brings up some very valid points here. I don't like this very much. This is not fair. If I can't testify, I have to have my stories told.
Your Honor, he can testify. He just can't prosecute if he testifies. It's only fair. You want to have a fair courtroom. I know you do.
Give me a perception check, Trinity.
Do I just roll the dice again?
That's to just roll the dice, yeah. Yep.
You just keep rolling.
Just keep rolling.
That's how it works?
Just get used to it.
Oh,
1.
Oh
No.
Oh, no. But
On
that's
that
okay.
one-
Because you have the insightful trait, you get to roll advantage on your perception check, so you get to roll again.
Every time he says you get to roll again, I think of Robin Hood Men in Tights when he's like, Robin gets another shot.
3. It's a 3.
Okay.
Well,
So you're not going to notice anything out of the ordinary, only that Silas here, it looks incredibly frustrated that this is coming up. And he's just going to step and walk away. He's just like kind of getting a little frustrated.
Right.
And the judge is going to lean over and just say, that's it. No freebies after that. That was a good one. Respect. That's it, though.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your tremendous fairness.
What
And
decorum?
the ex
I
parte
am fair.
communication.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it goes. Okay, let's bring in the jury. And he's just going to lean over and gesture for the jury to come in. And as they start to come in, they look very nervous to be there.
Uh-oh.
Just like
Living
nervous
coerced.
in general, looking around. It's packed with people in here. And Trinity would know it's not often that there's this many people to a trial here, but this is like trial of the century, shameless plug. And I think it's really important that you guys see the as they walk in, they all look like varying age demographics, various races and species, but yeah, they just look like normal folks. They come in and they stand and all right, be seated. All right, so I think Silas, you have the floor for opening statements. All right, you get started. And so Silas is going to stand up. He's going to button his suit, and he's going to step forward in front of the jury and say, "Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, these people here are criminals. They burned down our beloved tree and ruined the wishing ritual centennial. It is important that we find them guilty on all charges that come forward today. My team and I have a ton of research and data and proof that they are the ones who commit heinous crime. And I hope you find them guilty on all charges. The Black Knight must be held accountable, yes. But these criminals here who are in league with the Black Knight must be held even more accountable as we have them here today. I hope you find a guilty verdict." And he's going to walk in, and that is it. He concludes his time.
Nobody jumps up and yells, "I have never been in league with him."
Nobody.
I've never been in league with him. I hate him.
Order. Or
Let me make my
something.
opening statement, friend. Sit down.
Nobody
Please.
sits down.
Please sit down.
Gimlet leans over to nobody and says, "If you do that again in our trial, our prison stay, while likely short, will be very uncomfortable for you."
Gimlet, please don't threaten your co-defendant in front of the
Oh,
jury.
he'd be whispering. He'd be whispering that, not announcing it loudly.
But Trinity definitely hears it, as would Valis. And Valis is going to sit there, start shaking.
Valis is always shaking. God.
He's very nervous. He's a nervous little gnome. Defense, the floor is yours if you'd like it.
Ladies, gentlemen, and beings, the prosecution does not have any evidence that these lovely beings were involved. In fact, they are just like you. They were there to enjoy the ceremony. They tried to stop the Dark Knight. You cannot find them guilty for trying to protect our community and protect themselves. They were injured, their possessions destroyed in trying to protect the ceremony, the community, and the tree. They're not in league with the Dark Knight. But the only evidence you are going to hear is from the prosecutor. Can they be trusted? This trial, ladies and gentlemen, is a sham. And you are going to find all of these defendants not guilty because they were there just like you. We're not going to find you guilty, and we're not going to find them guilty. The person who did this is the Dark Knight, and we need to know what the prosecution was doing there as well. And with that, I'm going to ask you to find them not guilty at the end of this trial. And then I sit down. Do I get to do a persuasion check?
Yes, that's a persuasion check.
Yes.
Emily's all in on persuasion and intimidation checks now.
No whammies, no whammies.
20!
Nat 20!
Yes!
Oh!
Can I share my screen?
You can absolutely share your screen.
I'm just so proud.
Wow, we got a nat 20 for opening statements, folks.
Wait, I don't know.
Yes.
It won't let me share.
In the
Darn
bag.
it. Hold on. Let me try one more time. It
Oh,
it won't let me share my screen.
You. We believe you.
It's a 20. I'm very excited.
That is awesome.
We're all
The crowd,
persuaded.
Whereas before, when Silas was up there, they really weren't super thrilled. They weren't really interested. But you've taken the floor, and everyone in this room is just fixated on everything you're saying. You have everyone's full attention.
As in their complete and utter and unbreaking attention?
As in, are you doing? What does
Just
that
thinking.
mean?
Just thinking.
She's doing good
Ghostblade.
work. Just let her go.
Let me do my
just doing
job.
work. She's doing work.
Trust.
Ghostblade is not.
Can
outside.
Ghostblade go back to coloring? Does Ghostblade have his coloring book still?
I want that
Can we
to be
give
official.
Ghostblade something to do?
The official
the
council
worst.
recommendation is here. Here's a coloring book.
He cannot-
Just
he
kind of
has
pull your hands
cover.
up like this.
You could. There's also candy on the table in front of Ghostblade as well.
Did I bring the candy?
Oh yeah,
In
you
my
definitely-
pockets.
It's such a good friend.
Such a
brought me
good friend.
Emily, Trinity brought me a cinnamon roll.
Nobody loves candy.
Yeah, you'll look over and everybody's they got a little notepad in front of them. Ghostblade has a full spread of things to keep him occupied during the trial.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like you.
Ghostblade's got a selection of fidget toys.
As long as none of them are weapons.
So take it over from there. Do you return back to your table? Trinity?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I think, and he looks over at prosecution. You guys, you gonna call a witness or something? Yes, Your Honor. We would like to call Gimlet Figu to the stand.
my.
You can't call my client to the stand. Objection, Your Honor. The defense cannot be forced to testify.
Well, I need a persuasion check.
Your Honor.
The judge does.
Well, so does the DM.
4.
Oh.
Well, look, I kind of want to hear what he has to say. So I'm interested to.
What a great answer.
On the
What?
stand.
Fifth Amendment doesn't exist in this realm.
No.
Hey,
I mean, do they?
Your Honor, this is highly unusual.
Is Gimlet pleading the fifth?
Gimlet's letting his lawyer do that.
That's just out of game. Would that be something that's predetermined? Are you pleading the fifth?
We would have a conversation about it.
Okay.
Your Honor, may I have a moment to speak with my client,
Yeah.
who the prosecution is unfairly trying to demand?
We
take the
think that this
stand?
is very fair. This is a very fair call to the stand, but she may have her time with the client.
I'm sorry, David. We're going to need a full reading of the Constitution of this country.
I need to know the rules.
I
They're just happening to us.
I want to note that I put on Twitter, I am not a lawyer, and I'm going as prosecution against elite lawyers. So this is going to be fun.
I love it.
I don't know if elite is fair. Half of Twitter will just tell you I'm a YouTube lawyer. It's fine. Can Gimlet and I have a moment?
Yeah, you
Can
guys.
you guys hear me?
Can the
Yes.
co-defendants hear him?
Okay. No, I'm having
out of game.
I'm having issues with my audio is throwing weird errors, so that's what I was checking.
It's because you're on trial for your life, and you're trying to pick locks. It's called karma.
I mean,
Gimlet,
I think it's just sensible, but
do you want to testify?
Gimlet says, "Have you met me? Have you met
Not until
Fiegels
today.
before?" Said, I'm worried this juror may be prejudiced against me on account of they may know the Fiegel family.
Are you worried about anything else?
Gimlet sort of leans into whisper and says, "My plan's always been to escape after this."
Gimlet, do not escape in front of the jury, and keep your answers very short, because this judge is not going to prevent you from testifying.
Gimlet says, "Just how cooperative should I be?"
Tell the truth. Keep it short. And if you escape in front of this jury, they will convict you of that. They might not convict you of these things. So could you just wait, please?
No, this is a bad time for escaping. That comes after.
Wonderful.
I'll get on
Let's
the
just
stand.
wait.
So
See if you can rattle the prosecution. by keeping your answers very, very brief.
Sounds good. Let's go.
We need more information from him.
Oh.
So Gimlet takes the stand.
So
I
Gimlet
guess.
takes a stand.
You're gonna do great, little buddy.
Friend.
Friend.
Gimlet, prosecution's going to step forward. And is your name really Gimlet Otterfield?
That's part of my name.
Could you state your whole name for the jury here?
Valen, Gimlet, Otter, Appleby, Thimble, Oren, Natterjack, Sinden, Picklegrub, Feagle.
What?
The prosecution asked.
That was anything but brief.
So,
But true.
Is that probably?
so you mean to tell me that you go around and use an alias instead of using your real first name?
I have many first names.
Interesting. It sounds. Would you confirm that you're trying to hide your name from the public?
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative misstates the testimony.
There she
And
is.
racist.
And racist.
Prosecution's racist. Have you never met a gnome, sir? Do we have any gnomes on the jury?
Hey,
Speciesist.
Gimlet, only answer the questions that are given to you. Sustained. What's that bad question? That's a bad question. Continue.
Counsel, maybe try what if any. It seems to work.
He's gonna look. He's gonna look at you and then look back to. What, if any, reasons were you there with the Black Knight?
And then Ghostblade, by reaction, throws a crayon across the courtroom.
Oh, great.
I can't. The what if any came out.
Give me an athletics check, Lumberloss.
Which question did you want me to answer?
Where's the athletics?
None. Wait for a new question.
Is it strength, dexterity?
Oh, there's an
Acrobatics?
there's an athletics there. It
There
should be a skill.
There it is. That's a 14.
Trinity, you're gonna watch as a white crayon flies across your face and lands on the table of the prosecution.
You've got quite the clients.
I was in character. I'm sorry, I was in character.
The prosecution's gonna ask again, what, if any, reasons were you there with the Black Knight 3 days ago?
Which question did you want me to answer?
Why were you there with the Black Knight?
That's
Objection
two
assumes
questions.
facts, not in evidence, Your Honor. He's assuming that my client was with the Black Knight and its compound.
We're gonna need some foundation.
Nobody.
Persuasion check.
One.
Man, you're getting all the interesting roles.
Defense. It's an okay question, so we're gonna hear it. It's okay, just okay. But
Gimlet, the question is just okay. The court will allow you to answer as you see fit.
Ooh, Starkey.
She's just a snarky guy.
I wasn't with the Black Knight. Black Knight tried to kill me and nearly did.
You asked the question, counsel.
what reasons did you have for visiting the tree?
Wanted to make a wish.
Would you tell us today what that wish would have been?
Objection, Your Honor. This is inappropriate. It violates my client's privacy, and everyone knows you cannot be made to tell a wish out loud.
Persuasion with advantage, and the rest of the jury is just like looking around, like she's absolutely right. She's
It's in the Constitution.
But like
You
they're
can't
just
be
like,
made to tell which.
3.
oh no,
On both? On an
That's
advantage roll?
One more time.
oh yeah, on
Wait.
advantage.
I get to roll again.
Yeah.
No,
Two
you
for-
have a +3 to your persuasion,
I
so
hate
that would be a
this thing.
6.
You said she was rolling on advantage, GM.
On
I mean, I don't want to tell you how to
perception
roll.
checks. And on the
feel like
last
once
one,
you
it was because
commit
there
to
was
the statement. You gotta live with it.
yeah, it's tough.
Well, wasn't this one on advantage because it was a good objection? I thought you'd called for advantage.
That was the last.
Apparently, everyone needs to roll a persuasion check because everyone's
It's like
trying to
every time you're
persuade David
trying to
how
do
do
a
his
job.
Chat, I need you to roll a persuasion check against David. All right? Get your Google rollers out, folks. Tell us somebody gets a nat 20. We're going to convince David he said it was advantage for Emily here.
My
Can we get
my
a
Google
roll
roller's mad. I did get the 120, but the rest of that it's been.
It happens.
Anyway.
Yeah, chat's coming in saying 20.
It's a great.
The prosecution is just going to get like kind of frustrated and just lean over and just say, Mr. Figu, would you kindly tell the jury about your most recent criminal charge?
Oh my God.
Well, hold on. Gimlet will wait and look over to his lawyer for an objection on that one.
Objection, Your Honor. The jury knows what the charges are here. He doesn't need to ask my client about them.
Trinity, give me a perception check. This you roll advantage on because you have insightful.
Perception. 14.
Trinity, you're going to notice that there is, as you're looking at the jury, at least one of the people sitting there, you're going to see that there's like almost a flicker where their eyes glow yellow just for a split second and then poof, it's gone.
Oh, crap.
Okay.
Gimlet already said this isn't going to be a fair trial, so...
Did any of us, can you remind me, apologies, David, can you remind me, did any of us see the yellow eyes when we were doing our stuff last week?
I don't think any of you actually did. That was what
That's all Blackleaf?
Blackleaf
Okay.
knows about that.
All right.
Kurt is not here.
So I am the only one that notices.
You're the only one that caught this, and it's just one of the jury sitting there, and you, whoop, this little flicker of gold light from the eyeball,
Wonderful.
and then it's gone.
Glowing eyes in a courtroom. Fantastic.
Ooh. Does Trinity recognize that? Can we convince you to give her like a history check or an arcana check or some of those things?
I mean, she can call it. Yeah, if you'd like to roll an arcana check to see if you know what is happening here, you by all means can.
What's arcana?
So you just roll a 20.
Great, I'm rolling the dice.
And then you would add 3 to whatever you roll.
15. 18.
Nice.
On that, seeing that little flicker, you know there is magic in play, but you don't know exactly what the circumstances are yet.
Okay.
But there's very evidently magic in play on the jury, but you don't have enough details to confirm anything else.
Magic on the jury. You know, I once had a juror kicked off the jury because they were trying to use aromatherapy in the jury box and would come in the morning and spray stuff, and the judge saw it and thought it was absolutely unacceptable and kicked that juror off the jury. We're going to roll with that with magic because that was just aromatherapy. But we'll give it a minute. I believe there was a question pending.
Yeah,
no, there was an objection pending.
There was an objection pending. And with that persuasion check, the judge is just going to lean over and say, yeah, sustained, I guess. Yeah, it's sustained. You're right.
Wise, Your Honor. Very, very wise. Thank you.
Yeah.
I like the pandering to him. Very good choice. Very good choice.
This judge is like over it. There's like his hair is all up. It's just he's disheveled looking.
The first 10 minutes in court are boding very well.
Going great.
The prosecution is just going to say, "I have no further questions. The floor is yours." And sit down.
Wonderful.
Not super informative from Gimlet.
No.
Gimlet, do I get to cross-examine?
Yes.
Gimlet, did you show up with the Dark Knight?
No, he showed up later.
Are you in league with the Dark Knight?
No. Dark Knight tried to kill me.
Did you almost die?
I did.
Did you try to stop the Dark Knight in any way?
I did. I fought against him. That's why he tried to kill me.
Did you see the prosecutor there?
He was part of the crowd. He was He was calling for people to do violence to us.
What did you hear him say?
Is he gonna object, David?
He's if you look over, you're going to see like he's just flipping through papers right now, and he's getting frustrated himself, so he's not fully paying attention right now.
I could tell when he was talking because he's got that distinctive accent, and he was trying to tell the crowd to come in and do violence to us.
He was trying to turn the crowd against all of you?
Objection, hearsay, that's objection. As he's like finally grabs his documents and like picks up staggeringly, and he is gonna,
I would actually calls for speculation, but it's okay.
I think every lawyer
elicited a lot of speculation.
He's not
but it's all right. You weren't paying attention. We can do it if you don't catch it.
He's gonna roll really high on this, and the judge is just gonna say, sustained. Next question, or rephrase your question, whatever you want to do. Really, it's just...
What did the crowd do after the prosecutor called for violence?
They were trying to get in. They were battering down the door of this poor gnome's establishment. We were just there to, to sleep and eat and sort of. That's all we were there for. And they're battering down the doors. They're breaking the windows, doing all sorts of vandalism.
Did you do anything that you're accused of here today?
There's a long list of things I'm accused of, but I didn't try to burn down any trees. I didn't try to kill anyone except maybe the Dark Knight. And I didn't even want to kill him. I just wanted to get him arrested. We're just... That's it. Just part of the crowd trying to do what we could. What? We did also save the people on the way to the tree. Bandits attacked.
What people did you save?
All the people in that wagon. They were attacked. There was an attack by bandits, and we chased them off.
So they were attacked by bandits, and you could have robbed them, and instead you saved them.
Don't ask that question.
Well, Gimlet doesn't actually know any different because Gimlet didn't rob them.
I need Trinity to roll a quick perception check.
Just to see if...
Is that...
It's a 1.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Trinity does not notice anything. You guys are having this. You see nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, Rob may have robbed. I didn't take anything from
Rob
them.
did nothing.
I gave them
Rob's been coloring.
When I saw the bag of stuff the bandits had taken, I threw it back to them. The peasants, that is. Told them to get their stuff back.
I have no further questions.
We have no further questions for Gimlet, but we would like to call Lima as our next witness to the stand.
Your Honor, same objection. My clients cannot be forced to testify.
Persuasion check.
Yeah, I'm not optimistic, Your Honor. 6.
Oh.
Look, I really think she's gonna have a good story, and I'm a little excited to see what she has to say. Are you cool? Like, can we do it just one more time?
I'm glad you're so deeply invested in the story, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yeah, he's got like they're bringing out like a
Popcorn?
pitcher shaker, and he's gonna start shaking drinks there, pouring a drink.
God.
While he's...
He's having a cocktail.
Wonderful. The judge is making a cocktail.
Yes, this is.
He's enthused.
David is breaking real life Emily right now.
A real life Emily is trying to transport herself.
She's like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it.
Luckily, I can very easily picture both judges and lawyers drinking. It's not unusual behavior. It's just doing it in the middle of a trial.
Gimlet will sort of lean over and go, is it possible for me to get one of those? And he sort of,
Oh, you want one too? Oh, yeah. Wait, hang on. You can get another one out here in a second. Hey, we need to. While that's happening, Lima, you've been called to the stands. What would you like to do?
I suppose I have no other option but to go and to testify. Realistically, it seems that I'm not going to be able to get out of testifying.
Your Honor, can I have a moment with my client like you allowed me before.
As the second glass comes out for Gimlet. Yeah, take the time you need. It's fine.
Perfect. Finish mixing your drink. Lima, keep your
Yes.
answers short. We need to know what the prosecutor did. So I want to learn from answering or asking his questions, but please keep your answers short and truthful.
Okay, I will do my best.
You can do this. Don't forget to tell them about your injuries.
Okay.
Okay.
And Trinity, as you're having this private conversation, you turn around and you look back at the crowd. If you'd like to give me another Arcana check, you can roll that now. And as you're looking over, you're going to see that prosecution looks very frazzled. He just looks
18.
frazzled. Okay, yeah. So as he is frantically trying to get ready, he's beginning to look a little disheveled. His hair is a little wild, sweating, very nervous looking. And as you look at the jury, you're going to see another flicker of light in one of the other jury members' eyes.
Okay.
Do I notice this at all? Am I close enough to notice
Are you
this?
looking at the jury?
Yes, I'm very worried about what they're thinking. So yes,
you're-
I'm looking at the jury.
Then give me a perception check and see if you catch it.
Okay. Let's see. Perception. check.
Meanwhile, Gimlet's gonna sip his mega pint.
18. Oh, plus 3, 21.
21. Yeah, Lima, you definitely clock. You and Trinity are standing together, and you both clock that there is a glow of the eyes on the jury, on a couple of members now.
Can I
Go ahead.
use detect magic? Because I would like to understand what's happening.
You can cast detect magic. Yeah. Do you do it? Because
I was going to say, can I cast detect magic so my client isn't detecting magic in the courtroom? Because we've seen it together, so we can talk.
as
breaking, David.
as you cast detect magic, Trinity, you're going to see these silhouettes of kind of shimmering. This is like an overlay to your vision that you can kind of see a little bit of glimmering golden light hovering over the faces of 4 jury members.
How big's the jury?
8. So half the jury has this glimmering light over them.
Do I know what
Perhaps
that
a-
means?
Perhaps
Can I
a
ca- can
shroud.
I-
You with that and with the previous 18 you just rolled on Arcana, you would know that there is some form of charm happening on top of those jury members.
But I can't tell who has cast that.
Correct. You don't know where it's coming from. You just know that
Okay.
these jury members are being influenced and
Somehow.
not on their own behalf. Yeah.
Okay.
And Lima, you also would figure this out as well. So the 2 of you know this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So then I guess I go up and I take the stand.
Okay. The prosecution stands up, fixes his stuff, and steps forward. Could you please state for the jury here what your full name is?
My name is Lima Carnelian.
And Lima, where are you from?
I'm from Topaz Bay.
And how long have you been in the city of Va, Eleanor?
Just about a day. I came for the ceremony.
You came for the ceremony.
Objection asked and answered.
The judge is going to look over and just sustained.
Thank you. Your Honor.
Does he give the finger gun?
With finger gun
Cocktail.
included. Would you say you came for the ceremony specifically with no other business?
I believe I just said that I came for the ceremony.
Did you know anyone else that would be here for the ceremony?
No.
Have you ever met the Black Knight before?
No.
With that, give me a perception check. Both Trinity and Lima, give me a perception check.
All right.
19.
Oh no.
Yep.
1 + 3.
Oh, Lima, you definitely don't see it. Trinity, you see that the prosecution puts his hand in his pocket, and you're going to see flicker of light on the jury once more.
Oh no.
Okay.
How long have you known these people that are here with you now?
I met them on the way from Topaz Bay to here, on the journey from there. So really not long. I barely know them, to be honest.
Barely know them. Would you corroborate with them to burn down the tree?
Corroborate with them to burn down? No. I don't know. I can't speak to anyone else's motives, but I was not there to burn down any tree. I was there, just like anyone else, to fulfill a wish.
Lima, can you give me a Arcana check?
All right. 1.
Yeah. Okay. As Lima, as you're saying that and as you're explaining that, you kind of feel your vision going in and out, similar to how it did the last time.
Oh,
And
no.
whereas before you were looking around and you're surrounded by people and you're looking up and you see a tree, now you're in a completely different location. There is no one around. You're looking up. You see one of the trees, but you're standing in a completely different spot, completely different area. Surrounding you are these gigantic mountains, and below is a very gorgeous, beautiful lake. And the tree is standing there up
Is
into
it the
the sky.
same tree or a different one?
It's definitely a different tree.
Different tree. Okay.
And for a moment, Trinity, you're going to see that Lima's face just kind of glazes over, and then she's back. Like she stops talking, and then is back.
Good. She doesn't physically disappear. That's what I was worried about.
No, it doesn't physically disappear. Yeah, no.
I was like, oh crap.
Would you like to tell us why we found all of these broken items? Why we found all of these weapons on you and your party?
Objection compound. She can only speak to her, not her party. And that assumes they are her party, which she's already stated they are not.
Persuasion with advantage.
So I'm rolling.
Yes.
I didn't want to get rid of that last 19. Ooh, 18.
18. The judge is going to lean over and just sustain. Get the question right. Come on.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm trying, Your Honor.
I'm trying here. And as this is as it goes on more and more, he's going to look even more frazzled here. He's just looks very different as it progresses. Would you please tell us why we found all of these weapons on your person?
I have 1 crossbow to protect myself. As you can see, I am a woman traveling by herself. And therefore, sometimes a woman who travels by herself needs to be able to protect herself. I therefore have a crossbow.
Interesting.
I feel like my
He's
accoutrements could be a problem.
Gonna walk back to he's gonna frantically walk back to his table and no further questions, thank you.
I'm glad he didn't ask me about my gear.
Yeah, I was just thinking, oh no.
Because there was definitely lockpicks in my stuff.
You have cross-examine.
I get to cross-examine?
You get to cross-examine now.
Perfect. Good afternoon, Lima. You just talked about your crossbow for protection. Were you able to protect yourself at the ceremony?
I was.
Did you sustain any injuries?
I did.
Could you tell the jury about those injuries?
I nearly died. The Black Knight nearly killed me with one of his powerful blows when I tried to protect the tree and tried to protect the other community members from the Black Knight. This was after trying to defend other people from some mysterious shadowy figures that were being conjured by a magical insect of sorts. But at the end, the Black Knight ended up dealing a very powerful blow to me, such that I almost died. And I now have a massive bruise on my shoulder, which is very visible to the entire jury, I believe.
Can you just turn and show them?
Trinity, as you look over, you're going to see another jury's eyes have gone gold. So you clock 5 now of the 8 are glowing.
And what is the prosecution doing?
Frantically moving papers around on a table and like reaching into his pockets and like looking for something. Can't find something.
All right. I'm going to continue my questioning. When did you first see the Dark Knight?
Just around the time that the massive fireball erupted above the tree.
Did you see the prosecutor there?
Afterwards, when there was a crowd that started coming towards us, yes, I saw him with the crowd.
Did you hear him say anything?
I don't personally recall him saying anything, but I remember being very, very concerned.
Why were you concerned?
As a cleric, large groups don't necessarily always like clerics. People tend to sometimes find us as scapegoats, especially if someone is a true cleric and not one that is merely there to use their powers for hierarchical reasons. So I have found that in these kinds of situations, they tend to be a bit dangerous for people like me.
Did you use your powers at the ceremony?
I did.
For what purpose?
But only to defend other people and to defend myself.
Are you in league with the Dark Knight?
Absolutely not.
Did you do any of the things that you're being accused of?
Absolutely not.
I have no further questions. I mean, I have lots of further questions, but not for her.
And with that, we can actually, nobody, let's roll the poll that just popped up. So the audience, there's a poll popping up. Go ahead and vote on it in a second. With that, I need nobody and Lumberlost to roll perception checks.
Can only do so much at once, David.
Yeah, no, take your time.
Nobody's like,
Quick, roll.
15 for me.
And Gimlet too.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
15 with my +0, so 15.
Okay.
And I perceive it a 19.
All of you, if you guys are looking around, if you're looking around the area and you look over towards where prosecution is sitting, you're going to notice that there are a handful of gold pieces on the table that were not there previously.
do I also notice the gold?
If you look over there, absolutely, yeah. There's because you keep watching what he's doing. Yeah, you'll see that there's now pieces of gold sitting on that table.
Why do I feel like it's the unkillable gremlin that's somehow in the courtroom?
Because it's the unkillable gremlin that's somehow in the courtroom.
Somehow, Mr. Deal with the Devil, somehow.
And
So really, this is all Ghostblade's fault.
It could be.
And on an 89% on this poll, you will also see that he is putting gold in his pockets, and he is like just kind of holding gold every couple of seconds. He's taking out a piece of gold in his pocket, and he's like holding it and fidgeting with it.
Do I know what this means?
You wouldn't know exactly what it means, just that there is so much. It's something magical at play here. But if you want to give me a nature check, you could find out more.
Nature check.
That's a nat 20 plus 3. Or I'm sorry, a 20-sided dice plus 3.
16. 19.
19 on a night. You immediately get this feeling like, okay, there's magic in play here. He's playing. There's gold over there. Feels like kind of a magical creature almost in essence. That's what this feels like. But Not confirmed yet.
Objection. Move to disqualify. He's a monster.
The judge is drunk. That's not our best bet yet.
The judge
I mean,
is
fair. Gimlet's working on that too.
the judge's like collar is popped up now and just swirling drinks back and forth, having a really great time getting through this fifth trial. And so we're going to have the prosecution is going to stand up and he's going, have no further questions, Your Honor. In fact, we rest here.
Your Honor, I would move to dismiss. The prosecution has not put forth any evidence that these defendants were involved at all, in any way, whatsoever.
I must say, we put forward plenty of evidence here that there is foul play with these criminals.
A veritable mountain.
Your Honor, do you mind just making a record so I can understand what evidence?
The judge is going to lean over, and you're going to see that there's a little mouse taking notes frantically, and is going to complete that line and just give a thumbs up.
A little mouth. All right.
What?
They've got a mouse as the court reporter.
Court reporter's a little mouse.
I love it. It's a tiny little.
Yeah, it's like it's a little Christmas mouse taking notes.
Wonderful.
There you go. Adorable.
Stenographer is a little mouse. I definitely gave enough evidence. I definitely gave enough evidence in my trial.
That was an interesting vocal change.
That was quite interesting.
Your Honor, do I get to call witnesses now?
I guess if you want, like, it's the floor is yours. You can do what you'd like.
I'd like to call the prosecution.
Oh, sorry. That was very loud.
I don't think I could do. Fine, if that's how you want it, fine. And he just walks up briskly in front of you and goes and takes the stand.
This idiot who's been chasing us is your damn goblin gremlin thing, Rob.
I tried to stab it in the neck twice.
You brought this plague upon us.
Do or do not. There is no try.
He was already stealing all the gold. He was already running away. I was just trying. I didn't do anything.
Yes, that's the problem. Less trying, more doing.
Trinity, he takes the stand. You can ask your question.
Wonderful. You've heard the testimony in this court, sir, that you were inciting violence against my clients and trying to bang down the door as they sought refuge after being attacked.
I would do no such thing. I did not do that at all. I was there trying to save people.
Well, you said that my clients who are there trying to save people were in league with the Dark Knight. Are you in league with the Dark Knight, sir?
I've never met the Dark Knight. I've never met the Dark Knight. I don't know who the Dark Knight is, but your clients very much are in league with him.
My clients were injured by the Dark Knight, sir. I don't see that you have any injuries.
Can I wave it? Can I wave at Trinity?
Yes.
Say do a little hush up, like come this way.
The judge is
Your
not
Honor,
paying
may I
attention.
confer with my client.
He's got his back to the crowd right now.
Great, he's shaking drinks. Perfect.
Not even looking.
You're
Just
like
those players.
crayon at you, yeah.
He's hit me with another crayon. Is that to get my attention?
Yeah. Check the right side of his neck. I hear the voice. Check the right side of his neck.
For what?
There might be a hole there.
From what?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. There might be a hole
That's why I'm
on the
asking
right
you,
side
so
of
I
his
don't
neck.
have to ask him.
Okay, you see the little dagger that's on the table in front of us? I may or may not have possibly seen somebody put that into the neck of the gremlin.
Somebody.
I'm definitely not asking about that.
But he might have a wound.
We need to do a courtroom demonstrative to see if the dagger fits back in the hole in his neck. For that, we'll bring up Ghostblade to repeatedly check if the dagger fits in his neck.
Ghostblade, did you stab the prosecutor?
Can I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead.
All right. I pull out something that I have in my pocket and place it in front of the witness.
Would you like to describe what it is that you take out?
I have a bar of gold in my pocket that I have pulled out and placed in front of the witness.
Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that?
Do you know what this is?
Yeah. I know what it is. Yeah.
What is it?
It's a bar of gold.
Do you know where it came from?
I don't know where it came from. Why are you doing this?
Are you okay?
I've been better.
You've been better. Are you who we think you are, counsel?
And when you ask that, he's going to reach out and grab the gold, and he's going to jump up and say, I'm not even a real lawyer. And with that, the illusion is going to drop, and you're going to see standing there is the creature that Ghostblade had fought previously. There's a hole in his neck, but it's like kind of healed up. And it's this goblin-looking creature with a top hat, with a hole in the top hat, and he's like not really wearing nice clothing. It's very, very scuffed up. I just want my gold back that he took, and now I have to kill you all for it. And
Your Honor, this is a sham.
I jump up. I jump up, fighting stance.
Oh yeah, I need to roll for bunk.
Everyone roll initiative.
Initiative.
Trinity, you have +5 on whatever you roll.
Damn.
I'm hiding behind my defendants at this point. Why am I rolling?
14.
Gimlet 14.
Nobody's at 11.
13 plus
wait,
5,
no, this is
18.
Intelligence. Hang on. Wait, sorry. I need to find. Where's initiative again?
Initiative is the little thing next to your armor class, the big shield.
Ah, there it is.
I'm deflated.
Oh.
I have 8.
1 plus 3. I'm busy meditating.
Lima's gonna take her. She's gonna wait for her moment.
I'll wait till you guys wear him down.
Okay, so with that, he has jumped up. He's on the stand. The crowd just like kind of gasped, like, what is happening? The jury are stone-faced. They're just kind of frozen in place. And he's going to look down. Do you know how hard it is to channel a charm spell and go up against a lawyer here? And I'm not even a real lawyer. I have no idea what the objections are for. How am I supposed to keep up with this thing? Anyway, firebolt! And he shoots a firebolt at Gimlet.
Anyway, firebolt.
Gimlet.
Okay, am I close enough to jump in front of the firebolt?
Oh, you have interception? You're standing next to Gimlet. Yeah, you can
more than
stop.
that, can't I?
Wait. Can I
Yes.
use my objection attack first?
Well, you're
Actually, she can. She has a reaction for objection. I'm going to read it for the audience here. Ranged spell attack. When an enemy makes an attack, you can create a floating spectral gavel in an unoccupied space. This gavel slams into a creature of your choice with a ranged force, forcing a strength save. If the creature fails, its attack misses, and they take damage. So I will roll the save for that guy. That is a fail with an 11. Go ahead and roll 2 d6s.
So I'm clear.
So
This
change the
goblin,
dice from your
goblin in a top hat
36.
jumps on the witness stand, tries to firebolt at Gimlet. Trinity jumps up and hits the firebolt / the other guy with a giant spectral gavel.
Correct. Yes.
She
You all
yells
just watch
objection.
and she boom hits him
She
with the
yells
gavel.
objection and does that.
I yell objection first. So I get to roll 2 d6s.
Yeah, 2 6-sided dice.
Phoenix Wright style. You get the full.
6 and 3 total 9.
He takes 9. You just watch comically as a large spectral gavel smacks him in the head, squishing his top hat. And he's like kind of like dazed for a second as he misses his shot. And with that, it is Gimlet's turn.
All right. Now,
Has Gimlet emerged uncuffed at this point?
Actually, yeah, Gimlet's
Do I have a-
uncuffed.
Gimlet's uncuffed.
Gimlet's
do I have a
uncuffed.
line of fire on this guy?
You need your book, don't you?
Nope. I can
Okay.
cast a bunch of spells without it.
You
I just
definitely
can't
have line of
choose my
fire.
spells. All right. I'm gonna throw my megapint at him with catapult.
Do it. I think. Do I have to roll the save?
It's a dex save, DC 13.
He got a 3.
All right.
Oh,
You got him.
you hit him with a mega pint of wine.
Hit with a gavel and a megapint. This is a great day in court.
The catapult sound effect is coming.
Oh, check that. Almost max damage. 23 points of.
There is
with a spectral gavel and a pint of wine.
there's a loud shatter, and he's now like covered in wine. Ugh! It tastes good. But, nobody. It's your turn.
Well, I'm jumped up. I don't have any armament whatsoever, so I'm going to try to go to the table and grab my shields.
You are still cuffed, yes?
Yeah, you're still cuffed.
Am I cuffed to anything?
No, it's just manacles.
So I've got manacles. So I guess I'm rolling. I would be at disadvantage in any event. I'm going to. I'm still going to try to jump up and get my shields.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely are able to do that. You run up, pick your shields up.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll run interference, and I will try to take a protective position between the top-hatted goblin gold monster and the rest of the party.
Okay. Yeah, you're in front there. Is there anything you're going to call out to him or say anything?
No, I'm in a combat stance. I'm seeing the stuff flying around. I don't understand the spectral gavel at all. I'm pretty sure Trinity's a friend, but I'm really concerned about Gimlet, so I'm trying to get in front of him most specifically. I love that little guy.
Okay, yeah, you step in front of Gimlet, and Gimlet is no longer has line of sight on Gimlet. Lumberloss, it is your turn.
I'm cuffed in the front, right?
Yes.
All right.
Do I understand that this is all Ghostblade's fault?
It appears.
It would
Am
be
I
very
understanding
easy.
correctly?
It would be very easy for you to make that assumption. Yes.
Great.
Yeah, especially with the whole knife in the neck thing. Like, it's
Yeah.
clear as day.
Wonderful.
Totally. Obviously. Yep, exactly. Anyways, because it's all of my fault, I am going to try to save my own ass. I'm going for the table, and hopefully I can see my weapons, and I can see my thieves kit or my
Hey,
my
there's
lockpick set
at
and
least
my
two thieves kits there.
Yeah, you definitely.
Mine has
You're
the
two.
little brown label.
Yeah, your items are there.
Okay, I'm gonna go for those, and try to slip around the side of the bench to hide to get my cuffs off. I'm gonna try to do that.
Give me a stealth check.
I thought you were going to say that yours is the one that says bad.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, in the heat of everything going on, yeah, you're able to hunker down and you begin picking the locks.
Mm-hmm. Pick
So
a
then
lock.
give me a sleight of hand check.
That would be a 25.
Yeah, you pop those right open. Yeah, your hands are unbound. With that, we will jump over to Lima. You see all of this going down. There's this little creature that you have not seen before up on top of the stand, standing on top of the stand. The jury is still, faces are glazed over. What do you do?
Well, it would seem that their glazed faces have something to do with this individual. So, given that he has also openly threatened to attack all of us, I would say I'm pretty justified in returning in kind. So I would like to cast a guiding bolt against him.
Okay, guiding bolt.
That's Lima.
Blast with a guiding bolt.
With
Go ahead and
all
roll
of the
the check.
pious fury that I can possibly muster.
Come on, big numbers.
Outrage.
So manacled bolts. I love it. Pious Fury. It's a good
Yep.
band name.
Great band name.
Okay, so should I roll a hit?
Yes, roll the hit.
Okay. 19 plus 5.
Oh, that's a hit.
Oh yeah.
So roll damage.
Okay. 15.
15.
I love the wizards and clerics.
He just takes he takes it right to the chest, and he's now glowing, and he's like trying to shake it off. Get it off of me! Get it off of me! And so the next person
gonna
who
work.
attacks will have advantage to attack. Lima, is that it for your turn?
I think I would like to see if that had any effect on the jury.
As you look over at the jury, hitting him.
As a lawyer or a cleric? Because I think it was effective as a lawyer. They're probably stunned.
Their vision that those like now stone faced will like kind of come back for a second and then resume being stone faced again.
Ooh, okay. So then that just confirms I need to continue beating the crap out of this guy.
I mean, that was the plan.
Trinity, it is your turn, and you have advantage on your next attack.
I would like to attack with Attorney Arrow.
Attorney's
That's
arrow.
the coolest stuff.
We're
Attorney's
finding
arrow.
out about these powers along with you, Chad.
I love it. I love it.
All of you look up and watch as a giant, like lucent blue arrow just kind of descends on top, very slowly descends on top of this guy. Please roll me a ranged attack. So a D20 plus 4.
This is why the Canadian Defense Bar is nowhere near as interesting. We don't get any of these powers.
9 plus
a
4.
9. As it
So
comes
13.
13. 13 on a 13. It's hot! It's hot! It's hot! It's hot! Roll me a D10. It's a 10-sided dice.
Wait, I have to switch dice. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's a funky looking dice. I like it. 6.
Okay, he's gonna take. So that's plus 2. So he takes 8 damage as this flaming arrow drops on top of him, but he is now there is now blue flame all over him, and he's gonna take more damage at the end of its turn. So when it goes, it'll continue to be burned.
Go
And-
Trinity.
Yeah, no, at the end of the creature's turn, it burns.
Friend, don't fuck with my clients. That's where we're at.
There it is.
That's actually the motto I have. Yeah.
It was so completely perfect.
The creature is going to go, and he's trying to shake off this fire that's on him, and he's just gonna, you know what? You know how difficult it is to just be me. I just wanted the gold, and he had to make it a big problem and take half of it. And I'm gonna
It's
take
expensive
all of
to
it.
be me, he says.
Okay, so we're getting our information about what Rob did. That's good. We
He's
now know what
pointing at
did
Rob.
there.
He's pointing to where he last saw Rob, and then he realized that. Wait a second. Where did he go? Wait. You know what? And he's gonna reach down and he's gonna grab that block of gold, and he's going to smack it with his other hand and throw it, and it's just going to just explode into a rain of gold. All of you make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Oh my.
Well, that could be worse.
16.
Oh, yeah.
Total of 4.
16.
Total of 21.
What
No,
did
it's
nobody
not
get?
good.
16. Sorry.
16. And okay. With Trinity, roll a 20-sided and then add 2. And with that, Lima, you take 5 points of damage as you get pelted with golden coins.
Whoa,
The
hold
rest
on.
of you,
Can I not intercept any of this?
because it's a ranged area of effect. So
Okay.
it's not a single attack.
Okay.
The rest of you don't take damage, but the ground beneath you now, all of you, is now covered in gold, so you have slippery movement. It's hard to
I
move
And we
around.
have, not only is it, if it's covered in gold, we have other problems given Gimlet and Ghostblade.
Trinity, what'd you get?
What was it? Was the roll +2?
Yes.
So 7 total. I rolled 5.
Oh, Trinity, you're also gonna get like smacked right in the face with a gold, and you're also going to take 4 damage. And with that, it is the end of his turn, and he is going to take additional fire damage.
Nice. Good job, Attorney Arrow.
He takes another 5 fire damage. Oh God! And it eventually will snuff out. But after there is now singe marks all over this guy, and his clothes are destroyed.
That's right, there are.
With that, it is Gimlet's turn.
Well, I've got more bonk.
Do you have anything to throw at him?
Oh, I mean, it's a courtroom. There's got to be tons of stuff. Has the judge cowered?
Oh, the judge is sitting there watching this like this.
Judge is hammered.
He's just looking for good TV. He
Is
ran
his
out of
gavel
Netflix
sitting-
shows.
He's
Sitting
just
on
sitting there watching.
Is his gavel sitting on the bench?
Absolutely.
All right, let's throw a gavel at.
The weapon
Gavels
of choice,
galore.
spectral or otherwise.
All right,
all right.
DC 13 deck save for opposing counsel.
13 dex save. Let's see.
How long have you wanted to say, Ian, dex save for opposing counsel?
While throwing a gavel at them.
Pretty much my entire career.
Okay.
He rolled a 1, natural 1. So go ahead and roll damage.
All right, let's see how much bonk we can do here. All right, so that is 9 points of.
And on that bonk, it is going to just hit him right in the side of the head, and he's going to go, "Oh, good heavens!" and fall off the stand and fall and hit the floor.
Yes. Yes.
Gimlet's going to say, you know, the Feagles are going to be talking for generations about the time of Feagle got to take out the prosecuting lawyer.
With that, it is nobody's turn.
All right, so nobody can see that his friends are doing well in this courtroom, thanks in part to a giant spectral gavel, a huge attorney arrow, spells coming from everywhere. So I don't know that they need a full defense and a bulwark here. So I'm actually going to turn, and nobody's going to touch Valis on the shoulder. How's Valis doing, by the way, David?
Valis is sitting there shaking, just like hovering, like covering his face. He does not want to get hit.
Good, yeah. So I'm going to touch Valis on the shoulder, and I'm going to cast Heroism, David.
And what are you saying to cast
What does that
heroism?
do?
I'm saying it's time for friends to be friends, Valis. And I touch him and I cast Heroism.
Did Valis just become a
Are you-
human projectile?
No, I'm not. I'm
Or
not
no
Ghostblade. The heroism spell.
Everything needs to be thrown.
Now he has to be willing. So he has to be willing. I don't know if you want to run a persuasion on this. He has to be a willing creature. But I say it's time for friends to be friends. I touch him and I try to cast heroism on him. And he would be, if he succeeded, immune to being frightened, gaining hit points and the ability to fight for us.
I will stand for my friends. And he jumps up on the table, ready to go, like pose a superhero pose.
Oh, God.
Nobody will have a problem, though. I don't know how to fight, and I don't know have a weapon.
Gather what you can from the table and join us, friend.
Yes! And he jumps down and runs over and starts picking up the weapons that are there. But he's not proficient in anything, so he's picking up a sword, but he doesn't know how to hold it, and he's like, he's not even strong enough to lift it.
Is he
Doing the
still
best he can.
manacled?
Oh, yeah.
Whose sword? Because I think I have mine.
Oh, well, it would have, well, to him, a dagger would also be the same height as him, so.
That's true.
So a
You
dagger
could
would
probably
also...
grab Gimlet's dagger is
And
Yeah, he
no, and if
grabs-
I still have movement left, I will go stand with Valis, and I have my 2 giant shields.
Yeah, Valis will get there, and he's gonna, just pick it up, and he's still shackled, so he's having a really hard time holding this.
Sorry.
Lumberloss, it is your turn. Now, you just got pelted. There was gold all over the place. The guy is downed. He's prone on the ground. What do you do?
And I have snuck behind the bench on the other side at the end of my last move. So I'm coming around the backside. He's in front of the witness stand.
Correct.
2-weapon daggers, sneak attack for extra damage if I hit it.
You have full range to go all out right now. Roll to attack.
Okay, so dagger number 1, 12.
12 is a miss.
12's a miss. Dang it. Dagger number 2. Oh, 11. Why is this happening?
11 is a miss.
That's
Come
terrible.
on, try to hit me at least.
Oh, he's
Well,
mocking.
but cutting action, I get to do this. Now I can hide back behind the bench, right?
Yeah, you could jump, run up, attack, and then retreat.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Wow. Good try, Lumberloss. Lima, it's your turn. This guy is still down, and he's not even really moving now because he's taking a beating.
And is the jury still under his charm?
As he takes more and more damage, they are breaking out of it. Some of
Okay.
them still look like they're a little stone-faced, but most of them are free.
Okay.
This is
So
how
I'll
you
tell him, I'll
convince the
say,
jury.
I see what you are doing to this jury. I see what you are doing to these people, and you need to free these people. And then I'm going to hit him with a guiding bolt. Oh, no, sorry, inflict wounds.
Oh,
I'm going to
God.
cast inflict wounds
Nice.
on him.
Are you gonna walk up and touch him to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Roll to attack.
This is scary stuff, folks, as she rolls here. She's walking up to touch
only
him
an
to inflict
8.
wounds.
An 8 to hit. However, as you reach down and put your hand on to cast the inflict wounds, he is going to just reach up and like kind of grab your wrist for a second. Not to restrain you, just like grabbing onto your hand. No, don't do this. Don't kill me. I didn't mean it.
Why would you say that now? Of course you meant it.
No, I didn't.
How can you possibly how can you possibly say that? You've been holding everyone in this whole courtroom up under some sort of a crazy spell. How can this possibly be unintentional? Did you fall into this charm? No. Of course you meant it.
It's just a game. It's just a little game we play with friends.
You're
right,
playing
friends?
with other people's lives. You are playing with other people.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! He cast silence on
He's
Lima.
silenced.
No enthusiastic. You need to check your mic, Elaine.
He silenced you.
Silence.
Okay,
Your
we're
mic.
back.
I'm right. It's my
Lima,
game.
microphone.
I said, don't kill me.
It is clear to everyone except for the people that are still under some sort of a charm that you have placed on them. To everyone else in this courtroom, it is clear that this has been completely intentional by you. And you deserve every bit of justice that you receive, whether it is by spell, by blade, or by incarceration for the rest of your life.
Wow.
By spell, by blade, or by law, she says.
Lima is scary.
And that's the slogan.
Pious fury.
I his fury.
Lima, as you reach down, and you're going to see that they're like his eyes are just like kind of lighting up a little bit, not with magic, just like appealing to you. Fine, I must, if I have to serve time, I suppose I'll do that. But this is a game.
Is there anyone else here that can like arrest him or something? Or
Can we hear
the
him
other
say his
bailiff?
name? Can we
He's
hear him
never
say
said his name.
I know he's never said his name. Oh, wait, crap. Dude that loves gold that never said his name?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to this.
If you spare me, I'll tell you all about the secrets of the tree.
How do I know
can
that
hear
you
this.
even know anything about the tree?
You can insight check him if you want.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Because he's never lied before or played
How
dead.
quiet is this conversation?
18
Are we
plus
all
5.
doing 23.
23. With that, you get a feeling immediately. Yeah, he knows something about the tree. Whether you can believe him or not, he knows something important about this tree, about all of these trees.
Okay. I don't know what to do.
Well, with that, being that you've already used a spell, it is Trinity's turn. And okay. Trinity, you just watched as Lima runs over and is interacting with this guy, and you could very much hear a lot of things that are going on.
Are we still in danger?
As in your experience,
yes.
As long as that guy is running around, yeah, you're still in danger.
Great. Longbow of truth. We're attacking.
The longbow of truth.
Like all of the cool stuff.
You guys watch as Trinity reveals that she's also been carrying this magnificent longbow, and she knocks an arrow, and it's a purple arrow, and fires. And go ahead and roll a d20 plus 4.
She's got a plus 4 on that thing.
She's got 10.
It's not going. Oh well, actually, and we should have observed this before, because he is prone. Technically, and chat corrected me on this, that Lumberlost also should have had advantage before when he was attacking, so that is my bad. But Trinity, you get to fire again because you're shooting with advantage.
So 14 didn't hit him?
Oh, it was a 14 total?
No, it was a 10 total, but I rolled again.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's now 19. 15 plus 4.
Trinity, where would you like to strike this guy?
Oh.
I'm going for the right shoulder.
You shoot him in the right shoulder. Go ahead and roll 3 d6s.
3 d6s.
3 d6s, and then add 4.
Now you want me to do math?
We're helping.
Hate all of you.
I have a crush on Trinity's weapons. I'm just sitting there watching this, going jaw on the floor, going, I want all of these things.
13.
13.
Wait, plus how many?
Plus 4, so 17.
Okay, so 17.
17. I will ask this, Trinity. Do you mean to do lethal or non-lethal damage?
You told me that I was still in danger until he was dead, so I mean to do lethal damage. We're not shooting at it unless we're trying to kill it.
Lima, as he says,
warning shots.
As he says, I could tell you all the secrets of the. He gets shot and dies, and he just falls off screen.
I am trying to get my clients off of their charges. I don't really care about the secrets of the tree. I'm very still focused on my lawyerly job.
The judge is sloshed and I object.
Can we move for dismissal the charges on the basis of non-prosecution at this point?
Wait, once we end the turn, I guess we can do that before we end the turn.
Yeah, combat has effectively ended since there's no longer a threat. You guys have successfully completed this encounter.
Your Honor, I demand that my clients be unshackled and released from the sham of court, cleared of all charges, their possessions returned to them, and them allowed to leave this courtroom under their own volition.
That sounds good.
Great. Can you pour me a drink?
And he's gonna start making more drinks.
Another successful try.
I would like to steal the bottle of vodka because I need it after. Yeah.
Gimlet,
aren't you still hiding behind a chair?
I'll need another one.
No, I'm behind the bench, like where he has the vodka. So,
but
yeah.
Gimlet's also going to pop down, walk under the table, grab his stuff, and start using a sack to load up any of the gold that's on the floor still.
Hey, could somebody unshackle me? Anybody?
Gimlet sort of holds up a finger. 1 second.
I don't know who's in the courtroom. I demanded they be unshackled. Who's executing
Any of my friends unshackle me?
The shackles just start popping open from magic.
Gimlet's just like 1 second, loading gold, unshackling later.
The guards have left. The people have also left at this point because
have the jurors scattered as well.
The jurors, the charm is gone and they leave. And you guys will have one more moment together before eternity. Yeah, you've got another case you have to jump to. So
nothing wrong with this courtroom.
I'd definitely like to put my hand on the shoulder of Valis and I say, thank you, friend, for jumping to our aid. And I'm very sorry about how I treated you when all this happened.
It is in the past, my friend.
Friend indeed.
And he puts a little gnome hand up to shake your hand.
And I shake it with my giant tiefling hand and lift him into the air for a big tiefling hug.
Oh my, a hug. I wasn't prepared for that. That's a little too soon, huh? You have to hold the trail and everything. Anyway, let's forget about it. Bye, guys.
Has the mouse court reporter packed up her stuff yet?
The mouse court reporter was frantically typing, trying to keep up with what's happening, and eventually is done. Wipes the sweat off of her head.
Yeah. Let's give her a fist bump, like a finger fist bump, just a boop.
I'm very excited to read the transcript of how I conjured the longbow of truth. I can't
Yeah, I
wait
was
to see
just
how
gonna say,
that is reflected in the record.
I want to see how the transcript captures.
Defense counsel has taken out a longbow.
And as Trinity is going to leave the group to go off to her next case, you guys are going to see nobody standing outside. You clock that there is somebody standing out there wearing royal armor that seems to be waiting for you outside. And that is where we are going to end today's episode of Lawyers and Dragons, everybody.
Lawyers and Dragons.
Woo!
And Emily D. Baker defending us not just with words, but with weapons.
With the longbow of truth.
Emily, first of all, thank you so much for joining us on this ridiculous thing. I know you're traveling, so I wanted to say I really appreciate it. I know everybody really appreciated it. I'm sure purple hearts are popping into the chat as we speak. But I wanted to say thank you. I know we were planning this for a little while, and it was very fun to have you on as a surprise. And I hope at some point you'll be willing to do it again because we have a lot of fun here doing rolling dice and doing those kinds of things. So thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
I'm going to go on the run for the murder that I just committed in court in self-defense and make sure I maintain my magical bar card and I'm still allowed to carry weapons into the courthouse. That's a primary importance. Thank you guys for making me feel so welcome. David, thank you. I've never played D&D before and it's just a blast to be here with y'all. So thank you so much.
David is amazing. So welcoming and good at his job. Thank you, David.
Oh, yeah.
Check out David at Prototopics. Check out Alyte at Legal Bites. Check out Ian at both Roll of Law and Runkle of the Bailey. And check out Rob, as you always do in chat from when I follow you, on Law and Lumber as well. Guys, have a great weekend. I am so thankful to everybody for participating in this. Thank you. We've got more fun episodes coming up. Emily, thanks so much again. And we'll see you on the next episode of Lawyers and Dragons or anything else you want to check out on this channel. Thank you so much, everybody. Talk to you soon.